What's going on YouTube? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today we are going to be talking to you about some things that pro players do on FIFA 22 that you don't. So this may be something that you can take and put into your game. And no, we're not talking about spending loads of money and getting Eusebio and Hullet. We know that's what they do. We're just looking at the gameplay side of things. Let's go ahead and jump into it. One thing as well, if you do enjoy this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 150,000 subscribers, so your support is greatly appreciated. And we do stream over on twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst, a link in the description for that if you want to come over and say hello. So then, looking at example number 1, we're taking a look at a 2's Pro FIFA game here, and we're going to see them defend and go ahead and hit on the break. Now, there's something crucial here, which kind of what allows them to get into the area and then obviously get that goal. And we're going to go ahead and take a look in a second as Neymar comes in, goes that driven pass across, and Eusebio slots it into the back of the net. Now, where was the key thing? Something that you guys may have missed. As the ball comes out to Ginola, we're going to see the opponent switch, right? And they both decide to go ahead and close down. Fullback's aggression is something that a lot of people do. They pull their fullbacks up ever so slightly. So we're going to look to exploit that spacing behind that fullback has now left. Mendy gets attracted to the ball in the middle. That one extra pass comes into the middle, and then we use the wings. The through ball in behind. Neymar gets in. The lovely ball roll into the Eusebio. One of the big things about pro players in FIFA 22 is they are composed in attack, but they trust their gut instinct. And that is exactly what we saw there. And we're going to see more examples of that again here as Eusebio slots that ball into the back of the net. And what actually happened there, what allowed us to get into that position? Well, again, when I said about trusting your gut instinct, that's something that you guys need to do in the final third. He could lay the ball off here to Neymar, right? And that's probably what the opponents may be expecting. That's what they're worried about. Instead, he tries to think and go, I'm going to do what the opposite of what the defender thinks, and just shifts it back onto that right foot and goes to the shot. It's a lovely little shimmy with just the left stick dribbling, just to kind of get past and be able to go ahead and slot the ball obviously behind the goalkeeper and into the goal. So a really good finish. So one thing that you need to take away from this at times is just be a little bit more ruthless in attack. Go with your gut instinct. When you try to like overcomplicate things and really think about it and get in your own head, you can see yourself break down attacks because the opponent will just step in and take that ball off you. It's something that takes time, and the more that you play and the more you get used to it, the more obviously you'll get more comfortable with it. Neymar again with that swept back across, Mbappe there. One of the things that you're going to notice from watching this particular 2v2 game, the driven pass is used a lot. This is something that I've talked about so much. You can see there, Fred intercepts that ball, but the driven pass, it just ricochets back to Ginola. It's not great, it's not ideal, but the reason why the driven pass is so strong is that it's so quick, it gets past the players really easily, and if the opponents do intercept it, most of the times it ricochets back to you. So if you're going to use a driven pass, which is R1X and RBA on Xbox, please do look to use it. We spoke in a previous video about exploiting the byline, and that's what you can see a lot in this particular 2v2 game. We are trying to get into that byline for that cutback across so much more than maybe the average player is. So again, use that as something to take away into your game. Now, Mbappe picks the ball up on the wing, manages to shimmy that back into the middle. Again, Neymar comes across. Eusebio with a good touch and slots that in at the near post. Now, what was the thing here? So Mbappe may want to keep running, or maybe people would go for a fake shot stop here, which is really slow this year, and it closes down the angle. So Mbappe breaks away. He's thinking it's Kimpembe. Kimpembe's quick and strong. What does he do here? That is where you hold the right analog stick the opposite way that you're running downwards. So if he was running to the left there, he pushes the right analog stick to the right for about half a second and then cancels the animation by going for the pass. The extra ball roll from Neymar was crucial. This is something that you could do instead of the fake shot stop. A lot of people would go for a fake shot stop there, and it is just a little bit slow and a little bit easy for the opponent to read. So a nice little skill move to generate that space and find the Neymar. Again, we defend really well on the edge of the 18. Varane steps up, aggressive defending, predicting where the opponent goes. And now we break away. Now we hit on the counter. Again, being ruthless. Mbappe picks the ball up. Kimpembe trying to cover that Eusebio, trying to put pressure on. The driven pass is key. I talk about the driven passes all the time because they work. You have to use them and put them into your game. So we go for this driven pass into the Eusebio, which comes through. Now, again, trying to think about the opponent. We've got that man at the bottom of the screen. We just use our left stick dribble, shimmy up, and then smash that ball into the back of the net. Albeit an incredible finish from Eusebio. So there's some patterns that we're noticing here. The pro players are so clinical on the counter attack. They trust their gut instincts. They use the driven passes, and they really do go for the kill, let's say. They want to put the game to bed. They want to put the ball in the back of the net as many times as possible. Pro players punish people for making mistakes. When you're in whatever division you're in, when you're playing against whatever people that you're playing against, you have to make sure that you are punishing when you get those chances, which is what we can see here. Kante gets the ball into Eusebio. Nothing wrong with just sweating that off across, making it nice and easy for us to slot that ball into the back of the net. And again, we spoke about in a video a week ago, I think now, about not sprinting as much, right? And you can see this. They're sprinting when there is green grass to run into, when they've got the time. When they get into these small little intricate areas or in the middle of the pitch where the opponent is close, they don't sprint. They just use that left stick dribble. They let go of the sprint button and they slow things down. Again, looking for that byline. Unfortunately, not getting it there. But Theo does manage to get the rebound. Mbappe picks the ball up. Love a little bit of skill move. Neymar picks it up and smashes that one into the back of the net. Again, talking about clinicalness and just making sure that they are taking advantage of it. Using the wing in the next example, Ginola picks that ball up, the driven pass to be quick and direct. Ginola obviously goes on a run. Now, yes, this is a 2v2. Ginola makes that run because that player's controlling it. But that's where you could use the L1 feature to trigger Ginola on a run, and he would make that same run as well. Using the fullbacks in the next example, Theo Hernandez driving the team up, managing to get the ball into the middle, then into Eusebio, playing in between the midfield and defensive line. Mbappe with a nice little ball roll. Unfortunately, Neymar there not slotting that one into the back of the net. So a few things there for you guys to hopefully pick up on and take into account. The pro scene this year, if you didn't know, is very heavily dominant on the 2v2 scene. So if you've ever wanted to watch competitive FIFA, if you've wanted to get involved in it, please do. The 2v2 scene obviously will make things a lot more entertaining for the pro players and for the viewers as well. So just make sure you get involved in that if it's something that you wish to. Obviously, EA do host tournaments on a regular basis. There's lots of pro players out there you can go and watch as well. Obviously, for myself, we coach for SAF GG. They've obviously got their pro players, which you can go and show them support should you wish to. And just get involved in it. It's a great way for you to learn and see what's going on and how you can pick things up. So yeah, please do go and have a look at some pros and watch them, admire, and see if you can apply it into your own game. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. Do subscribe as well, as I said, if you are new. And I'll catch all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.